Oh my. Literally, the live option for YouTube mobile simply is similar to a TikTok video or something. It's like the reason why it's blocked because there's no lights on right now. I don't know if it's even recording the audio. I was checking if I can stream mobile on YouTube. Mobile on YouTube playing Rush Duel. Technically, Duel Links. Duel Links' PvP is so annoying, but Rush Duel makes it fun for me. But in the end, oh my gosh, I have to keep the orientation proper. Oh well, anyways, this is just a black screen. Testing it. You see that? That's my hand. I brought it to the cam. What? Okay, there's supposed to be a button. You see that green light? That's aircon. Oh my gosh. You can actually see stuff more. Compared to facing me, you can't even see my face. You can't see nothing. You can only hear my voice. Huh. I feel sad. Coco died on April 1st, 10:40 plus a.m. I woke up at 10:48. First thing I did was check Coco. She wasn't breathing. So I wasn't able to see Coco alive that day, unlike my mom and my older sister. So sad. Then, on April 28th, it was announced that Vanguard Zero would end around June or July. I think it was July? Or it was June. June or July. Vanguard Zero ended. Which was very sad. Because majority of my content was Vanguard Zero. So, now the only thing I've been doing is just posting my VODs on YouTube from Twitch. And I've been mostly playing Xenoverse 2. This is like Quarry Vanguard Deer days. I have the real cards in real life. Like I have a Flagberg deck. Technically it's a mix Flagberg and Maelstrom. I just have to switch the cards around. Because ride lines are a thing, and most ride lines they share the deck itself. They sometimes share parts. So if you want to play multiple decks, you just have to buy one color of sleeves and have pick a pick a state, have multiple ride lines, buy the support of each ride line that is unique to that ride line specifically. Then just buy the common cards that are needed. Then you're good to go. So I have a Stoicheia deck. I'm thinking of buying another Kami deck, which I stated in my Xenoverse 2 stream where I just did the Super Broly raid. Uh, Wanted to buy a Vermilion thing. Don't know if it's gonna be worth it. I'm not even sure. No one's even watching this technically because like zero viewers. Okay, I have one viewer. Don't even know. Let's check. Live chat are all visible. Moderation helps you feel better. Choose who can participate. Blah blah blah. Okay, but like there's nothing. Someone must have checked. Oh, what is a guy doing right now? I am literally just testing the YouTube's feature, the YouTube app's feature to stream. Turns out it is not a gaming stream. You have to use a third party app to stream if you want to stream on mobile. I used to use Omelette, but Omelette died. Sadly, Omelette died. Must be lawsuits and stuff. Then again, Omelette tried to be Twitch and it failed badly. So sad. It failed badly. Had some Omelette exclusive streams that will never see the light of day anymore. Then again, when I stream on Omelette, I mostly stream Vanguard Zero anyways. The majority of my Vanguard Zero content's on YouTube. At least those that actually stream, because sometimes I play off screen, like what I did with Rush Tool. I unlock look off screen. So I have look now. So So yeah, if you watch my stream, you know I made back video spoilers for it. I got the Dragon of Luke, but you need like 3 copies of him or something. Then again, you're only allowed to run 3 of him because he's part of the ban list already. Very preemptive of them. I used all my gems. I lost my last 500 gems on Rush Duel. So there's that. Yeah. Was it worth it? Not really. But then what am I going to use my 500 gems on? It's the only I had 7,000 plus gems. That's mostly because I didn't bother spending it on. But anyways, I have like 2 copies of the new Black Luster Ritual card. So that's nice for my Black Luster Ritual deck, which is nice. So I have like 1 copy of Black Luster Soldier. No, I think I have 2 copies of that card now. 2 copies of Black Luster Soldier, 1 copy of his second version, 2 copies of his new version, and I have Chaos Form, which is nice. So that means I can use Summon Skull's Ritual version because it uses the Chaos Form, or is it uses Contract with Dart? That's a downside with Ritual Monster. You need a specific Ritual spell card. Need a specific Ritual spell card. Out of the summoning types on Yu-Gi-Oh, my favorite is Synchro Summoning. I wanted to be like Yusei, so when I was younger, I tried make a Yusei deck. Ugh, I was so bad. Then when I started playing Duel Links in real life, I just noticed my playstyles more aligned with Jack Atlas. Same thing, when I was younger, I wanted to be like Yugi. The, I, I bought the starter deck Kaiba because it was the only one available. Eh. Then now, I'm more like Kaiba. Like I have like multiple characters that just uses Blue Eyes, and I barely use Dark Magician. Huh? Blue Eyes White Dragon. Uh, I should just be streaming on my computer, but I'm lazy. I want to lie down. I literally just want to lie down. I cannot stream while lying down. That's the upside of using your phone because I started streaming on my phone. That's the thing. I started streaming on my phone. I used Omelette because my Chinese phone couldn't use Twitch as a streaming app, so I had to use Omelette until I got a new computer. So I used the computer instead, which was great. I got affiliated. I got affiliated trying to get top 28 in Vanguard Zero. Sadly, never started posting my VODs until like late last year. So my journey of that time is gone. Oh well. So many things. YouTube versus Twitch. When it comes to your content, YouTube is better because it keeps your content forever. Unless you purposely deleted it or some rando keeps reporting your video so YouTube has to delete it or something. Uh, uh, when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! When it comes to Vanguard, Dear Days, should you buy it? If you can get it in the cheapest price available. Because it's OG price for most Westerners, which is like 80 USD. Too overpriced for that game. Like 80 USD is like 4,000 pesos. Ugh. 4,000 pesos. Dear Days is not a 4,000 peso game. Then again, it's like buying a full like when you pick Dear Days, you have to pick buy a full complete deck more or less, or a core of a deck for D, or buy Dear Days. The upside of buying Dear Days is you have another way to play Vanguard in the D format, but it's very limited, yet more freeing than real life at the same time. It's freeing because you can have like multiple decks, but it's limited because you're limited to the base game unless you buy DLCs, which is like $10, $10 to $12 USD. At least that's what I saw. Because like each DLC is like 650 or 90 pesos, Philippine pesos. So it's like $10 to $12, maybe even $14 DLC if you convert it. I don't even know the price of the DLC to others because the price is completely different from region to region. So maybe how I say it is wrong. And you cannot switch regions to get a cheaper deal for yourself because people used to do that on in Steam and Steam found out about it, so they cut it in the bud already. The only way you can technically do that is if you start playing start living in that country, or at least pretend to live it for like 6 months or so. You have to pretend you're in that country. Yeah. I've been watching Project Zomboid content. I'm tempted to buy the game. It's just like 600 plus pesos. And if I buy, I have another game to play on stream. Then again, I could go back to playing Master Duel. I can go back playing Master Duel on stream. But then again, my decks are so up to date. Don't have enough gems to build it. I'm tempted to make a new account. But then again, I can just log in daily, slowly accumulate gems. Then then just try to build a meta deck or something. Or just keep playing with my Red Dragon Archfiend deck. I just copied it off some YouTuber's deck profile. Forgot which one was it. Then I just built the deck. And it's been doing okay, but then again, it's still pretty weak. Don't have enough staples. Uh, then there's also finishing my Soul Silver Nuzlocke. Like if you go deep enough, you'll find that I did like a Platinum Nuzlocke. It was such a pain. Then again, I did it on my phone. The annoying part about it is that sometimes the recording doesn't save, so I have to redo it. Thankfully, I do not save. Thankfully, I do not save until the recording is finished. So there's that, but damn, it was a pain. Star Raptor. Ugh. I really should finish my Soul Silver Nuzlocke. I just need to overlevel my Pokemon. But then again, I'm down to like Magikarp number 3 or something. Because my Dupe's Close is a May instead of... It's a May. Meaning I could keep catching the same type Pokemon. So I have like 3 Magikarps now. Thankfully 3 Gyarados. Gyarados. 2 of them died. The shiny one died. So sad. And I found a natural shiny Poliwag, which was nice. Then again, I was using an emulator. Even have an actual copy of Soul Silver with its Poke Walker thing. I haven't actually used my Poke Walker, so there's that. And I have the box too, which is nice. Pokemon. I don't wanna be the very best, but no one ever was. There's also I emulated and have a Switch emulator on my computer, so if I wanted, I could also go back to playing Legends Arceus and trying to finish that. But then again, it's like it's not the 8 gym format, so it's like it's not really that fun to play with. No, it was pretty fun, but then I just I just kept focusing on trying to catch the Alpha Luxray, or is it Luxio? And the Alpha Rapidash. I was able to catch the Rapidash, I think. But then again, I have to redo it if I wanted to. Hmm. Okay, so I have school now, which is kind of sad. Or happy, depending how you feel about going back to school. The strong, successful male says that. Oh no, it's not the strong, successful male. It is Andrew Tate. Or is it the other guy from the free world? Or I don't know, some red pill MGTOW type of guy with videos says this: if you have nothing to do with your life, go to college. If you have something to do with your life that you know that will be successful, don't go to college. So that's the type of thing. I have nothing to do with my life. Tried being a streamer, got affiliated, so every time stream on Twitch, I have money. I should have started streaming on Twitch instead on YouTube, but then again, I was check I was trying to test. In the end, it ended up just being a chatting type stream. Alright. Where you don't see me technically speaking. You can see my face easily. You just have to pay attention to my stream VODs. Like some guy like Toritsu will always say, "Oh, drink water," and I have to show a video of my. I have to reveal my face, turn on my face cam to drink my water to prove that I actually drank something. You know, I'm also tempted to make an exercising stream because we have a bike at home where I can just like turn on the computer, turn on the camera, start biking, but keep everything and just say, guys, I cannot talk. I am exercising. So me exercising will be your background and stuff. That I was thinking of doing that because like I've been I've been scrolling on YouTube Shorts and I found a guy who's Irish or he's Scottish, but I know he's from the UK based on his accent. That really has inspired me to try, but then again, my willpower's not that strong. My willpower's very very weak. If only I can have a game character like thing where like, okay, let yourself exercise and something like that. Like Project Zomboid, where you can force your character to exercise based on what I've seen in the videos. Since I never actually played that game, I'm so tempted. I could try play World Box. Thing is like buy World Box or buy Project Zomboid. They're the same price. The only difference is Project Zomboid doesn't have a mobile free version right now. But then again, Zomboid has more copycats than World Box. So there's that. 4,000 plus pesos. Then again, it's like, huh, I'm going back to should I buy the Dragon Kaiser Vermilion deck. I just love that card. So nice. Never have an SP of it, so that's a sad thing. But in the end, it's okay. Having the base rarity is fine. Uh, so yeah. But sadly, my Dragon Kaiser Vermilion deck is with my friend. I do not get why. It's kind of sad. Well, my Dragon Kaiser Vermilion is such a nice deck too. At least when it was at its heyday. Huh. Yeah, I should just buy it, then deconstruct my IRL Vermilion deck, then use the Rory Mercury sleeves. Because in the end, unless Bushrod gives support for Dragon Kaiser Vermilion, there's no point in having a premium deck like that. Like, it's basically a premium deck. It even has like 2 copies of Dragonic Vanquisher, if I recall. Yeah, it has like 2 copies of Dragon Vanquisher, unless I replace all of the 4 cards for 4 copies of V version of Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion. The V version. I am not sure if it's the OG or it's the V version. Huh. The only know is I have counter-charging PGs, 4 copies of Stride Father, 4 copies of the Booster Knight, 2 copies of Rising Phoenix. Heal triggers, I think it's just like the trial deck ones from V. Or is the regular heal triggers? I'm not sure anymore. I do have an Eradicator deck for Narukami. And it's like the premium version, not the V version. Thing is like my premium version of Vanquisher no longer runs the the G version of Descendant. So I think I should just change my deck to be more Descendant based. And if I do, that would be nice. Because Descendant is way better than Gauntlet Buster Dragon. Even though I have like 3 copies of the V version, I do have, and I have 0 copies of V version of Descendant. Hmm. Dragonic Descendant. Such nice cards. I still remembered I was this close to winning in the top 8 in Bacol Chicken in the Sal Vanguard tournament when Limit Break first appeared with my very mishmash Narukami deck. I kept healing back and forth with my opponent. So sad. Uh, I should try going to those places again. My problem is like it's the commute. It's mostly the commute. Like going to a place is nice, but the commute is from. It's like there's like people who want the journey. Is the journey going to that place is the problem. Like the place itself is not the problem. It's the journey going to it. Some people say the journey is the destination. That the people commute is such a pain. Like it's just such a pain. Like if people start teleporting, like road sign highway style businesses will go out of business because there will be no point. Uh, but then again, some people still use traditional stuff, but agent means only people who are very crazy or very rich or very poor will use that. Uh, uh, and the United States government is gonna shut down unless they have a bill or whatnot, which is kind of scary since my dad sends money and it's via dollar. So if the value of dollar goes down, the value of what he sends goes down. So sad. But then again, uh, he's also asking me to download WeChat. The reason I don't want to download is because I have to make a new account. I already have a good account in WeChat. It's just that it's in my phone that will explode. Like the battery is so bloated. I should just go and just like ask my mom to lend me like maybe 5,000 pesos to change the to go to a place. Where's my phone? Can you like change the battery? That's the one thing I know that is bad about it, which is the battery, and that's because of Vanguard Zero. I sacrificed a phone because of Vanguard Zero. Oh my gosh, Vanguard, I miss you so much. And I'm trying to get back to streaming more. Yeah. I didn't stream. I was thinking of streaming Rush Duel, but in the end, it wasn't long enough for me to actually stream. That's the main problem. It's like, I want to stream so badly, but problem is I can't find a game to stream that long. Like, Vanguard Zero was that game for me. It's like, you found the one, but they just died. Ay, ay, so sad. But then again, I don't have any experience in romance. I don't even know if I have the ability to have romance because I do not understand what love is. Love is a very complex yet simple emotion that people all desire that, except for those weirdos who say they don't need it. We humans are a social animal. We desire love and companionship. Huh. I can understand that people don't want to have sex part because evolutionarily speaking, we can have those weirdos who don't want to have sex because random mutations can happen. And those people end up not having kids, or some of them sadly will get raped and somehow choose to keep the kid, and those genes get passed on. Because I always believe like there's a rapist gene because it's like the rapist gene itself in turn pass itself down. Because person rapes, the rape victim somehow keeps the kid, and that kid passes those genes around. And that's it. Society is like this. If you keep it, it's either neutral or positive. Rape ends up being a neutral thing. For now, it might go away, but not really. Because it's like, for it to go away, we need something that I don't really think it's gonna go away. Because kidnappings still exist. People with money and power will do will pay someone to do crazy stuff like kidnapping people, stuff like that. For example, we have movies based on women getting kidnapped for like X amount of years. Like we have a movie that's 3096 days in captivity, and the reason why she was able to escape was because the guy was cocky. If the guy just chose to stay in the routine, which is keep her in the basement, literally keep her in the basement, boom, you'll be safe. Like 3,000 years. That's almost 8 years. Then there's this other guy who had like 5 women that he kidnapped, or was it 3? And he kept them enough that each of them had at least one kid, or at least 2 of them. Because I remember one ended up being treated so badly or something, which is then again it's like people who kidnap other people means they are unable to form proper relationships. Uh, am I that type person? Maybe, but at least I acknowledge that. But I know it's illegal, and I don't have the resources to do so. Uh, what extra cost of food? Uh, Anyways, no one watches my streams and VODs, so it's okay. Like nobody watches them. Uh, or people that do mostly watch it when I play certain video game like Duel Links and stuff. So like this stream, there will be no one who will watch it. So I can just leave it on and just put testing and nobody will watch it. Maybe some stragglers or something, but who would win in the battle? In the tournament setting, I still believe Goku can beat Superman because like Superman has limitless potential. But problem is his control is never that good because it's like every time he wants to surpass his limits, he has to put effort. Like he has to put serious effort. And he barely trains. If he does train, it's not strenuous enough for himself to overcome his limits. Because again, he's a man with no limits, unlike Goku, who completely controls every level of power. Once he figures it out, he can go to that level for him to have fun and stuff like that. He will try to. Then again, Goku is a person who likes to play with his opponents. Like look at the Goku versus Hit fight in the both manga and anime. Goku kept playing with Hit until he figured it out. Yeah. If Hit was serious in the first go, like trying to knock out Goku, he would have won the tournament. Then again, yeah, he would actually have won the tournament instead of Goku. But he chose to play around. Like you want to check if he wants to surpass himself. Like that's how villains do. They choose to play around instead of just one shotting the hero. Uh, I tried watching the One Piece live action. I tried so many times. So many times. Like 3 or 4 times already. Like I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Then again it's like I never actually liked One Piece and I'm already an anime person. then again I'm losing that anime person self. Like I haven't watched any new Vanguard and I'm not even watching this version of Vanguard. I might binge it or something. Uh, Yeah, I might binge it. Or maybe I'll just watch the dub. Because sometimes their jokes are funny. Because they are like if you watch if you look at if you look at the subs version of Vanguard in their YouTube channel, all their thumbnails are very serious. But if you go to the dub version, they're all memeable images and stuff. Uh, Vanguard versus Yu-Gi-Oh! When it comes to the anime, I haven't watched 7, so I can't really properly compare. So there's that. Can't really properly compare. Master Duel versus Their Days. Master Duel automatically wins because, first of all, it is basically real life Yu-Gi-Oh at its fullest. Basically, there's still parts like it being like a month or two behind. Vanguard could have done that, but they wasted that R&D money to get Mila Bofovich, the actress who plays Alice in the old Resident Evil movies, to be in one of their ads. Literally, we have a Hollywood actress in a card fight Vanguard commercial. Literally, still can't believe it. We literally have one as in an ad. Literally, Yu-Gi-Oh cannot say that. The best thing Yu-Gi-Oh has is just having a YouTuber playing the game as an ad. Then again, Yu-Gi-Oh has partnered up with Nike or is it Adidas to create a unique shoe or something. Yeah. I think Vander should also try and copy Yu-Gi-Oh when it comes to partnering up. Like, for example, like Dayusha should be turned into a real life toy. Literally, our only physical toy for Vanguard is like who is Minerva, and it's the figurine style thing. It's of a action figure thing. Uh, Blaster Blade. Uh, Knights versus Dragons. That's Vanguard. Is Knights versus Dragons. Yu-Gi-Oh is Magicians versus Dragons. Magic is everybody else versus alien invaders. Or people traveling across the plains and stuff. Uh, then again, tried playing Magic the Gathering. Tried playing Magic Gathering Arena, then again my laptop was getting full. So I stopped playing it. Then I should just put in my DC. But I'm too lazy because I cannot play Magic Gathering Arena in the Philippines. Because I'm in Asia. And Tencent owns the right to Magic the Gathering. So I can't play it. Sadly. Unless Tencent makes a mobile version of it and allows us to play it. And I just China, Japan, and South Korea, they have a population collapse, which is incoming within the next 50 or so years. If you don't know what population collapse means, it's when there's too many old people and not enough young people working. It's like what what every country wants is a diamond. Very few dependents, which is the old people and the young people, but a lot of workers. Like a lot of workers, which doesn't make sense because it's like they should instead have like a house type shape, like a pentagon. What's the house shape? Where it's a square then a triangle on top, but they're attached. That's what every country wants, which is the amount of babies, same, equal the amount of workers. No wait, that's what they want, a pentagon. good amount of babies, but a lot of workers, and very very few old people because like old people drain. They actually literally drain resources, but they earned it. They earned it. But then again, it's like, yeah, yeah. Socialism is a nice option in theory, but in practice, it has never worked out currently. In practice, it has never worked out currently. Like, Venezuela tried to be socialist. It worked for a while, but once oil prices went down, it failed. It literally failed. Because it's like, theory and practice are two different things. It's like sexual education. Like, the best method in preventing pregnancies and STDs is abstinence. Theoretically, but in practice, you teach them to wear protection and stuff and hope for the best. Because you can, because like something that's theoretically perfect is never actually perfect because you have to actually test it, put it out in the field, and then it won't work. Theoretical versus actuality. Uh, my grades came in from my school. At least two of them. They're both 80% or so, which is okay. Since I barely put effort in the class, so that's nice. 80% barely put effort. I just like putting effort when I study. Like for example, my midterms for like all my classes, I like studied literally the day before or on the day. No, I literally studied on the day of the exam. I literally studied on the day of the exam. Literally. And I did okay. I was like average, which is great. So maybe if I actually put effort, I would have gotten higher grades. But then it's like, in the end, some courses in college and in high school, would you actually use it in real life? That is the question. I have never used my experience in social studies to help me in real life. Nothing. It's like maybe a fun trivia thing, but uh, there's a like for example, when I was in college and my other school. This is my third attempt at college. I had a class. The first version of the class was very real world applicable because the homeworks was like you have to experience the G forces, which was nice. Then the second version was very theoretical. Eh, theoretical aspects not that great. Yeah. Who would win, China or the U.S.? The U.S. has the manpower. No wait, yeah, they have the manpower, but quality of manpower is decreasing. China, they're losing manpower because the one-child policy really hurt them so badly. Limiting the amount of kids really hurts your country, but then again, no, they will overpopulate and be like India. But then again, India's just bouncing back right now. India might be a superpower one day. Because let's say China takes over the US as a superpower, it'll be India who'll be the rising superpower. It's big enough. It is big enough and its economy is good enough. And yeah, it might rise. It's big enough to be a superpower. Then maybe after whatever happens in the United States, if it fails, we'll rise up once India becomes a superpower. Because like civilizations rise and fall, then and fall. We don't have a civilization that has stayed the same. It's always been rising and falling with different names. Rise and fall, rise and fall. It's just repeating a certain pattern. Uh, when it comes to relationship, I want to know if my sister's friend has finally gotten the proposal she wanted. Because it's like, but then again, it's her fault. Her boyfriend, her boyfriend literally proposed and she denied it. And now she has to wait. They're still together somehow. But in the end, she is getting old. That's problem. A woman's value is physical. A man's value is abstract. Because of that, men's value tends to be quite low until the abstract value becomes physical, which is finances, resources, and stuff like that. Which is why a man's age doesn't really matter. While woman's value is her physical appearance and her fertility, which is all correlated with age, which means that only a certain age a woman has a peak value and it slowly decreases over time. Like they can go down a bit and just stay the same for as long as possible, but it is a very it's gonna decline. It's gonna decline. A man's value is 0, 0, 0, 0. Then once they have money, reaches very high, then then plateaus. Maybe goes down a bit, a small fall, but it's still pretty high if they still kept the resources. That small fall is just the looks department, which most people don't care about if you're a guy. That's why we have fat billionaires and stuff. But again, the majority of them are working out now. So I don't know what she's doing. I told her she has to do it because she needs to find someone new. Well, if she gets proposed, congrats to her. But like, her deadline is this coming December, so we will know for sure. Maybe I'll update that on my sister's friends and something like that or whatnot. But then again, people wouldn't care because they have to watch this They have to watch this stream, and they have to go over like 40 minutes to reach this part of the to reach this topic. Literally, they have to get past 40 minutes to reach this part. Yeah. I don't even know if it's properly recording because I'm so far from the Wi-Fi modem. Then again, uh, let's try. Anyways, it's not recording my face. Okay, it's using the extender. Uh, I should try and play Clash of Clans. It's on my phone. It's literally on my phone. And we download Beach and Clash Royale. Uh, or I should do my daily catch up with my but then again, I'm running out of space. And I don't walk enough for me to justify getting data. But then again, next semester I need to get data. Good quality data because I have a class which is the start of the day, which forces me to be inside the school. Literally forces me to be in the school. And the remaining classes are all online. So I'll be forced to use the school's Wi-Fi. I'll literally be forced to use the school's Wi-Fi. And I've been to school and the Wi-Fi is not that good. Like maybe like it's only good if you're like the only one there. But if there's people there, it's not gonna be good. It's gonna be so bad. And then it's like 15 minutes between the first class, which may not be online, and the next class, which is online. Not enough time for my commute to go home. It's kill me. So I have to tell mommy that I need to get a data plan for school because the Wi-Fi is not that good there. Ugh. That's if I pass all my subjects. Then again, my chemistry professor kind of likes me because I'm very proactive in her class. Like, I'm the first one to raise up. But then again, my friend told me, who is a professor there, that class participation is a major part of the grade. Because then again, it's like, yeah, I just feel very, very sad. I feel sad. Then I'm always sad. I'm always sad, hungry, never angry though, because when I get angry, I become too violent. That's another reason why I don't exercise. Because if I become angry and I'm strong, I am scared. I might do something that I might regret, like hurting myself or someone. Ugh, ay, ay. Because anger is not a good thing in our family. Ay, anger is not a very good emotion in our family. Then again, it's genetics. What can you do? Like whenever someone is angry, we get very violent. My mom has it, my dad has it, my uncle has it, and all my siblings they correlate to it. Ay, genes are just really, really strong. Ay, there's always a genetic component. Then again, if you remove the aggression in people, you don't really know. That's the scary thing about genetic manipulation. But for sure, some lab out there is doing genetic research to make super soldiers or to make the perfect wife or something. Because it's like, it's easy to control women because they did the study. Women are more malleable, are more understanding, are more agreeable. So they're basically sheep. Very few women stand up. But then again, that has come to generations of oppression towards women, which bred out all those who will oppose of them being ruled over. Because if you're gonna get ruled over as a woman, you're gonna get killed and your genetic line is dead. If you're a guy, there is a chance you step with a woman and she ends up having your kid. Oh, that's why women are more malleable. So if I were a government, I would create a lab to create the perfect wife drone thing and just release it to the population and get all the guys to just marry those women. So because like if a because they did a study where if there's a higher population of angry men, there's gonna be a lot of chaos in the country, regardless. But if it's a reverse, where there's a lot of angry women but a lot of happy men, the country's quite stable. Because in the end, it's like angry women, what can they do? They're not physically strong enough. They're not willing to risk their lives for it. Because no woman has fought the right to be in the draft. They only fought the right to vote. But then again, voting is a privilege slash a right, but it comes with the responsibility to protecting the ability of others to do so. So you have to be a soldier or something. Ah, that's why that's why women should be draftable at least for like for the military or firefighting or something that is a government thing that people don't like doing. Uh, yeah. So if I was a government, I would have a secret lab that would create the ideal wife and slowly release it throughout the country, which is perfect for China right now. They have like a very bad male to female ratio. Same thing with India at the same time. Russia has the opposite problem. They have a lot of women, not enough men. Then again, they just killed a good portion of their men right now through the Ukrainian Russian war right now. And Ukraine is only staying alive because they're putting themselves into debt. Literally putting themselves into debt right now. Because Russia could easily take over Ukraine if they wanted to, and Ukraine couldn't stop it because what? Because Ukraine gave up their nukes. Literally, rule number one: if you're a country and you have nukes, do not give them away, no matter how lucrative the deal may seem, because your nukes are your no button and O button. Like, well, I'm just still annoyed in our country's president because like we were about to become a nuclear powered country, but the president, following the previous president, axed it, yet kept everything else. Like, in the Philippines, we are required by law to read Jose Rizal's books in Filipino, and also by law to study Filipino. Then, Emeralda Marcos made a law where you're required to study art in college. But the nuclear power plant is a no. Nuclear power plant is a no. It's just so annoying for me. Like, all those other stuff which is just like social identity of a country, like the Filipino stuff, I can get is the nationalistic aspect. The art stuff I do not get. Sheesh. You can put that up with social studies or something, and you more or less get the same thing. Ay, ay, If I sound right up, I'll end the stream. So I'll turn my computer and start actually streaming on my laptop. I don't want to keep lying down. Who would win? Yu-Gi-Oh! That Yu-Gi-Oh! Is on the top 3 because the gap between top 3 and top 4 is so big. Vanguard used to be top 4, now it's like top 7 right now. Digimon and One Piece are fighting for the 4th spot right now. Dragon Ball is somewhere there, but most people who I don't even know Dragon Ball's big enough to actually have its own thing. Like, eh. Then again, One Piece is more well known, at least where I'm from. One Piece is more well known. Then again, if you're in Asia, One Piece is more well known. Then again, it's about the sea. And like I already said, I'm in the Philippines, so we are an island country, an archipelago. If my pronunciation's wrong, I might have a lisp or something. Who would win? Batman or Iron Man? In usefulness, Iron Man. Because Batman's usefulness is being a detective, but you can easily get other people who are detectives as well. But Iron Man was able to make an Iron Man armor with sticks and stones and vines. You need an Iron Man armor with that. You automatically pick Iron Man. He's so smart. Uh, DC versus Marvel. They both suck right now because of wokeism. Marvel's just, it's just they're saturating too much. They're hoping everything is a banger, but like, they're just saturated too much of the market. DC's problem is they cannot get a cohesion. Really, they they're not getting a cohesive idea, and their casting is kind of like the casting for Cara Zor-El doesn't make sense because in the end, like, she's blonde hair and blue eyes. But in the movie, in the Flash, it's black hair and black eyes. Which kind of makes more sense because Clark has black hair and black eyes. Or sometimes blue eyes as well. But has black hair, so there's that. The reason I say black is because of the DCAU, DC Animated Universe, Superman has black eyes. Mm. Uh, who would win and who would win? And also, the writers' strike is finally ending soon. They just have to vote if they want this deal. Hopefully, they say yes because it's like, what can they do? AI can easily replace them. Other workers from other countries can easily replace them. And there's already history of it with the animated version of Supernatural, X-Men, and Iron Man from Japan. And we also have like Kingdom and other stuff from South Korea, like the zombie series as well. So yeah. So when it comes to the strike thing, I really don't know what's happening. What is this? Oh, it's a filter. Uh, oh, I can mute my microphone. It's not mute right now, so I'm not sure. Nothing's happening in chat because no one's watching. So how could I have a chat if no one's watching? Hmm. Oh well. Then again, I'm more active on Twitch. I have like 299 followers. Used to be 300, then maybe a bot account went away or something. Or someone just unfollowed me. But then again, it happens. You're limited the amount of people that you can follow. Uh, who would win? Oh my gosh, my diaphragm. Uh, who would win in the end? Like, what if future Gohan had better martial arts foundation? He could have trained Trunks better, but then again, Trunks has had better foundation than Gohan, and he still couldn't surpass the Androids on his own. And when he had a chance to train to surpass, he didn't see his flaws. Then again, Vegeta himself never bothered training with Trunks. Like, what if Vegeta and Trunks actually trained together? Oh well. Like, that would be a cool what if. What if instead Vegeta pushing Trunks away, he accepted future Trunks? So then immediately they bonded and started training instead of doing their own thing. And I think would push them even further because the thing is like Gohan and Goku from the get go started training with each other, so they could keep training non-stop, and one of them could start. I could wait and tire the other guy out, which helped Goku know the weakness of Super Saiyan, which is you do not have a good stamina aspect of it, which helped him created Grade 4 Super Saiyan, unlike Vegeta who trained on his own, so he thought the short gain of power was great, so he didn't train his body to handle the form. Which is similar to Frieza. Frieza immediately got Golden Frieza. Didn't bother to train if his body can hold the form for long term. So that cost him his loss in the end. Then again, he technically won in his first try, but without Whis, well, technically. But then again, he did a cheap way of winning. It's just a cheap way. And Gohan, hey, Gohan is such a sad character. At least main timeline Gohan. He has been traumatized enough to know that some evil person would come out and fight sooner or later. But then again, Goku and Vegeta kept showing up being the defender, so he got lazy. That's what happened in Superhero and Resurrection F. At least in Superhero, he trained a bit, so he didn't lose that much muscle mass. But still, ay, ay, ay. And I just noticed he wears glasses now. Do you know why he wears glasses? Because he damaged his eyesight literally from reading books. Because like if you read stuff when it's dark, you're gonna damage your eyesight. Literally, you're gonna damage your eyesight. Uh, mm, uh, what if Dragon Ball was a harem anime? We would have a battle between Suno, which came from the Red Ribbon Army arc, the girl from Oolong's village arc, the first girl that we saw besides Bulma, and it's just those two and Chi Chi that interacted with Goku enough to possibly form a harem battle. Possibly Bulma as well, but again, she had Yamcha at the time. So yeah, so yeah. I still dislike that Chi Chi hates martial arts, but then again, she got traumatized with Goku almost dying on the day he said, I will marry you. Literally. Gohan and Chi Chi both got traumatized by fighting to make them dislike fighting. Ay, ay. Which is the reason why Pan is so into fighting because she doesn't have trauma at all. Like, I think the Super Dragon Ball Heroes event wasn't really something traumatic. It was just like, cool, dad is able to do cool stuff. Yeah. Same thing with Videl. Videl still likes martial arts because her trauma against Popovich wasn't that big. Like, it wasn't that big of a trauma. Though it was very traumatic, it was like, not that traumatic because it's like she got the senzu bean because she didn't feel the full trauma of getting beat down by Spopovich because she immediately got the senzu bean. Uh, Dragon Ball Magic. I also talk a bit about that in my Super Dragon Ball, my Xenoverse 2 stream where I just did the raid event. And people might hate it, but then again, making it have such a low expectation means if it's decent, people will immediately love it. And plus, we're in the current space in Dragon Ball where we need new Dragon Ball content. The manga's monthly thing. They should at least make it monthly. Like twice a month. At least twice a month. I'm willing to take twice a month. Come on. Give me Dragon Ball Super twice a month. Because it's like Dragon Ball Super was made because people they saw desire from it. Boruto was made because they really wanted money. Which is completely different. Then again, both Dragon Ball Super and Boruto were made for money. But the difference is, Dragon Ball Super, they know they had an audience. Boruto, they just hope their audience will like. I still feel sad for Kishimoto that his and Naruto is his magnus opus, his greatest work ever. The author for Soul Eater has at least two works, which ended up being in the same universe. Which is like a surprise thing for Fire Force. Spoilers for Fire Force, by the way. And I didn't even read Fire Force or Soul Eater. I just read about it on articles and videos. Uh, uh, Bleach is so sad that Bleach is out of the big three. Bleach is the most forgettable. But then again, Bleach anime ended before the manga finished, unlike Naruto, which continued. Uh, and the manga finished before the anime. So there's that. Uh, hmm, 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 hmm. One Piece live action. I already stated I tried so many times to watch it. Yeah. One thing's for sure, I don't know if it'll succeed long term because One Piece isn't finished yet. One Piece isn't finished yet, but thing is, I hope Oda at least writes down the ending. But then again, we heard that Oda already has the ending down because originally One Piece was supposed to end like 2006 or 2009 or something. So which means we already have the ending. It's just the journey towards the ending. Ay, ay. Yu-Gi-Oh versus battles. Uh, One thing they talk about versus that battles is that every time they use a character, they use a composite version of said character. Especially when it comes to comic book characters, like Ben 10 should have won against Hal Jordan because of Alien X. Not because of Alien X, because of that. But then again, as always, that battle shows its bias. Then again, but that battle is not end all be all for. Because they're the only ones with the ones with the animations for. That's it only. Anyways, it's over an hour. I think that's long enough. I'm gonna end this and force myself to actually stream on Twitch. I should try so I can have more content and stuff. So, oh, something went wrong. Try again. How do I end this though? I just press this X thing. Sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, bye.